And good job keeping tabs on all the D flats in the movement. Good job keeping tabs of all the A flats. I have to remind my students about 1,000,000 times. Carry through, and you did a good job. And good job counting to 5.
Awesome, thank you.
Very good. Let's talk about air and the different ranges of the saxophone.
Generally speaking,
Middle D in the saxophone. Sharp or flat?
Sharp.
Right on. So we're going to have this range. That's sharpish. Let's talk about this range. What is the tendency for this range of the saxophone? Your middle C sharp to A.
flat.
Flat. All right. So we have a sharp range and a flat range. The saxophone, like any woodwind instrument, needs a minimum amount of airflow through the saxophone to function correctly. If our airstream is too slow, we're going to get a break between those two registers. If our airstream is enough, but is too warm, or there's not enough air going through there, so we're going to get a big intonation discrepancy between these two ranges. If our airstream is fast and cold, we're going to get less of a tuning difference between those two ranges. So I'm going to pick two very troublesome notes. E flat to D flat. So I'm just going to pick a sharp note and a flat note. And we're going to practice right now connecting those two. So. If my airstream is too slow, here's what I'm going to get. Or worse. I'm going to get a big gap, and my saggy area of the saxophone is going to sag further down. All right, so how do we get this fast, awesome, cold airstream? Stand up. Imagine yourself sucking air in through your toes. The air goes in through your toes, through your knees, through your hips, through your belly, through your belly button, through your collarbone, up to your neck. A complete breath. A lot of times, us as women, we make ourselves small. You would never see a woman, no, that's unfortunate. You would never see a woman coming out to the stage and doing this. And unfortunately, that damages our air supply. So we want to stand firm on the ground, have a complete breath in. Another way of knowing that how you get a complete breath is putting your hand in the middle of your mouth and doing this. You hear how loud that is? Let's do that for a second. I'll do one and then you come back. Who's louder? One more time. You hear how this is very resonant? I'm just sucking more air in. Right? Try to make it loud. Yeah. And I'm making this loud by opening up my throat and having everything here very soft and released, so nothing is in the way of me getting the most amount of air in the least amount of time. Because we need air to operate this thing. One more time. Yeah. Okay. Now one more time. Feel free to move your body when you get air in. Look, so you guys can see. So this is moving, and this is moving. Try it out. Nice. All right. Now, a complete breath, and I want you to play E flat to D flat after you stocked up on air. All right. Now we're going to put in all the corrective fingerings and all the fancy stuff to the saxophone. But the complete breath in is an essential part of playing saxophone. It's going to make everything else so much easier. It's going to make a vibrato easier. It's going to make attack easier. It's going to make your time feel easier. It's going to make counting easier. Do you know any corrective fingerings for D flat or C sharp?
We do the bunny ears one. I might be wrong again.
So,
but
that's fine.
yeah, there we go.
Okay, great. Here's another option that, just in case that one is not sharp enough. Open C sharp plus your trill C.
Yeah, I've been doing that one occasionally.
And to be perfectly honest, for C sharp to be as resonant and as same tuning level as D sharp, I'm going to have to increase my airstream and increase the volume of air that is going through the saxophone. Let's hear it. One more time. Yes! Awesome. Good job. Just so you know, I did this and I made Sarah aware of this part of her body. If I had minimal physical shape, I would call this the obliques. This is the part that you push or are very aware of. This is the part that you make hard when you want to have not flat middle register. One more time. Okay, let's start the movement. Right on the D major. Yeah. Part of it is a no fear attitude. Really, no fear. Saxophone is wonderful to play. We all have a beautiful privilege that we get to do this for a living. It's wonderful. We shouldn't be afraid of it. This is all beautiful stuff. I am thrilled that I get to play saxophone every day. And that's the kind of attitude you want to approach. It's like, yes, I get to do this. This is awesome. So no fear. The no fear is going to cause a complete breath, and then we're going to be in good shape. The C is very out of tune. It might be something particular to your saxophone, but let's deal with it. Play that. Sing it for me in pitch. Serena, do you know where we're at? Could you play us the chord that goes on the downbeat of that measure? Alright, same chord, same phrase. Very good. If you're not careful, that C may get cramped up and you would end up going. Well, we don't want that.
Right.
If you were a singer, you would go and you would depress your tongue down a little bit to make that interval really be beautiful. And that's actually what we do as saxophonists. So make sure that the chin is going down and that the tongue is flat and kind of down on the mouth. Same spot. Yes. Awesome. Does that make sense? Everything is very relaxed. Everything is downward. That's going to also make the end of the movement not sharp. That. That part, where everybody plays that B flat like 20 cents sharp. If you are continue to be relaxed over here with plenty of air, you will not go flat.
Okay.
Let me go to my list. Slow air at the beginning, we did that, we're good. Sliding biscuit. Okay, I saw you doing this a couple times.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Have it. Okay.
If you were in my studio, I would harass you every day. And I would come by in band to make sure that you're not sliding. The only time I have to slide is in Piet's Verts Kotekan for an intricate altissimo passage. That's the only time you have to do it. All the other times, get aside.
Okay.
Also, by the way, an additional great benefit to our A sharp fingering. In the upper octave, our A sharp fingering is flatter than our bis. And in the upper octave of the saxophone, we need all the help we can get anyways, right? So. Side A sharp is a little lower. Why not be less sharp? Take the opportunity, all right? So let's grab, how about, pick up to 20. The saxophone is going to take the pick up to 20.
You want me to go ahead and start?
And let's play just for a few measures.
Okay.
No rolling, all
Okay.
side. Go ahead.
Are we starting at right before 20?
Yeah. The pianist is going to join.
Okay, I'll just start the first note before 20.
Yeah, exactly.
So on the E flat.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, right on me.
Okay.
Yeah. About hand position. Our hands are all different size. So we're not going to look the same when we play the saxophone. Our chins are also different sizes, so we're all not going to look exactly the same as far as chin position when we play saxophone. But all the people with great technique have one thing in common. They leave their hands close to the saxophone at all times. You can see this when you watch videos of Vincent David playing, and you can see this when you watch videos of Michael Brecker playing, and when you see videos of Charlie Parker playing. Their hands all have this in common, that when they are done playing a note, they leave the hand up only to the absolute minimum necessary to open the key, and that's it. I mean, once the pad is open, my B is going to sound the same, whether it's or, right? Same energy. So.
1 minute you need.
Thank you. Vibrato. When you play, notice how my hand is glued to the saxophone? And the key for that is your ring finger. If your ring finger stays attached to some part of the saxophone, then your technique will be much cleaner. Vibrato. Vibrato does not need to be on or off. Vibrato has many different shades and stylings to it. This movement is a perfect example to be able to do that in. Your vibrato can be hammering. Your vibrato can be spinning. Your vibrato can be very deep. Or it can be very shallow. Let's play the climax of the movement. That measure, right? I want you to play for me 3 times right now with 3 different kinds of vibrato.
Okay.
Alright, that's type A. Let's do type B. Alright, another time. Alright, 20 seconds. I'll play for you a couple of times and I'm going to mess with it. A lot of what I do in playing is messing around. I try different things. And if I try this phrase 7 different ways, 2 of them might be just kind of silly, 2 of them might be cool, and maybe 3 would be actually really original and things that I have not thought about before. Let's play just that measure.